Hey, welcome back. So this is the first exercise for Introduction to Surfacing. We are creating this cap right here. And our end goal should look like this right here. So let's go ahead and get started by creating a new document. And in this situation, we do want to change the workspace units to read millimeters. And then we want to change our Part Studio 1 name to cap. Let's go ahead and accept this change as well up here. Oops, millimeter. So at this point, I want to click on Sketch, and we're going to be creating a sketch on the right plane. We're also going to start off by making an arc that is centered on the front axis, and it is a line on the origin. So let's go ahead and click on arc. So notice my first point is horizontal to the origin. My other point is also horizontal to the origin, and the radius size, let's just make sure the arc is above the origin. So now let's apply some dimensions. So this portion right here will have a value of 100. And then the distance from one point to the other point on our arc will have a value of 80. Now we just center our arc by clicking on symmetric. So select one point, the other point, and then this front plane. And there it is. We show our constraints, symmetric, and two horizontal pieces, and we accept. For step 3, we're going to create another sketch on the front plane and design this arc with a construction line, and then we'll add these dimensions. So let's go ahead and sketch. We're on the front plane now. Let's move around. Okay. So now let's click on arc, and this arc will be right below the origin, and then we'll place it vertically above the origin on the other end. And the radius, let's just keep it in this angle right there, or this area. We're going to now sketch out a construction line. All right, the length doesn't matter. And now we're going to add a tangent feature from the arc to the tangent line, or to the construction line. So let's start off by adding a dimension here from the origin to this point. And notice I'm putting it as a height. So this will have a value of 10. And this arc will have a value of 400. And then finally, we're going to use a pierce feature or a pierce tool. So we'll select this point here of the arc, and we're going to zoom in and click our sketch from that we just created earlier. And there it is. Here's what we want. Let's show our constraints, our tangent, our pierce. Okay, so let's keep going. Oh, so let's just move this dimension over to clean it up a little bit. And there it is. This is what we want. And let's go ahead and hit accept. And if we zoom out, this is what we have. On step 4, we're creating our first surface using surface sweep. So we are going to select this feature, and then our sweep path will be this path here. Let's go ahead and accept that. For step 5, we're creating an ellipse on the top plane. So let's go ahead and hide this right here. So we're going to hide our surface number 1. And right now we're on our top view, so make sure you're on top view. Select your top view when creating the sketch, and begin creating your ellipse. So this will be to the left and horizontally placed to the left of our origin. There we go. Let's go ahead and dimension this out. So the distance from this point to the origin will have a value of 60. Our height will have a value of 60 as well. And then finally, this portion right here, the length, will be a value of 110. Zero constraints, horizontal, 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 horizontal. We are good. Now let's go ahead and accept. Step 6, we're going to extrude this feature. See what that looks like right here. So let's click extrude. And we're going to do an extrusion of the surface. So make sure you click surface. We're selecting our previous sketch. We want to make sure this is symmetric and it has a value of 50. Let's go ahead and accept that. And once again, that was step 6. Step 7, we are going to be splitting the faces. So let's go ahead and show our other faces right here, or both surfaces. And this is what we have now. So let's click on split face. So for this first point, we are going to split this surface here. And we are splitting it with our surface number 2, which is what we just extruded. So in this situation, we want to click on Keep Tools. And let's go ahead and accept. Now for step 8, we're going to split our surfaces again. So let's go ahead and click on Split Face. So now we're going to select our extruded surface to split, and the entity to split with is our previous, as our surface number 2. We accept. So now at this point, we don't want to delete the surface above, so let's go ahead and click on the Delete tool. And we're selecting this top portion, and let's go ahead and delete that. For step 10, we are now uniting the surfaces, so let's go ahead and click on this Boolean feature, and let's click on the top surface and the bottom portion, and we just create a union and accept. So now we created a surface that is combined. For step 11, we're applying the fillet feature. So I click on the fillet. And at this point, I click on this top surface. And we are creating this to have a curvature. The radius is 5 millimeters with a magnitude of 0.5. So make sure you have these settings applied. And let's go ahead and accept. Let's just go back and forth to see the changes. We'll zoom in. Now for step 12, we're going to thicken this feature. So let's look at the bottom. Zoom in a little bit. So let's go ahead and click on Thicken. In this case, we're creating new. And I click on this outer region. And I want a value of 2.5. This will be thinner. We want to make sure this is going inwards and not outwards. That just went outwards. Let's make sure it's inward. And let's go ahead and accept that. And this is now converted into a part. Now for step 13, we delete part 2. Surface number 1, I actually am not sure what that is. So if you understand this step, please comment below and let me know what's going on so I can fix this. Anyways, for step 14, you're going to go ahead and click on the top face of your surface. You're going to get a value down here, and that'll help you out to get the value that you need for your self-check. Anyways, thanks for watching, and check out the next videos. Thanks.